Hello everyone, my name is Franco Pucci. I'm the technical consultant for the STS Association and I've been involved in the prepayment industry for over 25 years. Welcome to the STS training video series where we will explore all aspects of the STS and the STS standard. I hope you find these videos helpful. In this video we will deal with the certification of STS compliant products under the following headings. What is certification and why do we need it? Certification documents, certification testing process, self-certification, and certification testing. Certification is a process by which the STS Association ensures that a product will behave according to a set of specifications that guarantee interoperability with other STS compliant products. It offers customers, that is end users and utilities, assurance that the system is STS compliant. It ensures uniform behavior of STS compliant products, and it allows a manufacturer to display the STS logo. You can only display an STS logo if you have a compliance certificate for that product. A list of certified products is available on the STS website. Let's go and have a look. If you go into the STS website, you will see that under certification or certified products, you have an entire list of all the products that have been certified. So you've got the company name, in this case we can see Actaris, the product itself, the version number of the firmware, the certificate number, the date it was certified, and the compliance, whether it's compliant to edition 1 or edition 2. And then you can view details of the certificate itself. You can download the certificate. So you have full access to all of the certification documents of any product that has been certified. Certification is done by approved test houses. The test process consists of a set of test specifications, each with a series of tests that need to be completed. Each test has a token to be entered into a product and an expected response. Let's have a quick look at a typical test. So here you can see, for example, test number CTSF02 in the STS 531-6-1-07 document, and you will see that it has a step number for the test. It has an instruction and an expected result. The instruction in this case is power up UUT01. Then insert the following token using DRTK1, and it gives you the token, there it is, it gives you the token that you must insert into the meter if it's an electricity meter. If it's a water meter, you would insert this one, and if it's a gas meter, you would insert this one, etc., etc. So you can do any of the meters, including the currency-based meters. Once you've inserted it, what it then says is the custom interface should indicate the acceptance of the token. The available credit in the meter shall be incremented from 0 to the specified value on the token, in this case 0.1 kilowatt hours if it's a kilowatt hour meter. After a period of time, the customer interface should indicate it is ready to accept the token. So all the tests in the certification documents are structured in the same way. They give you a test number, which in this case is CTSF02, and from that you can see that it is entity type F because it's CTSF. It's test number 2. It tells you what the test is, and then below in the table it says the step number, so this is step 1, the instruction, what you need to do, and the expected result. So you can do all of these tests beforehand. Make sure you pass them all. Once you know that you can pass them all, only then send them to the test house. So STS products are categorized according to entity types. Point of sale is an entity type A, B, and C. A token server is entity type H1. A meter is entity types D, E, and F. Single or multi-part meters, and a security module is entity type H. If you look at the test specifications, there's a series of test specifications with numbers STS 531-XX, where the X depends on what entity type you're busy testing. always use the latest edition of these documents. We're currently sitting at edition 1.9.4. All these documents are available for download off the STS website for members only. So which specifications do I need? Let's have a look. Okay, if we go onto the website, again under certification, then we will see that there is a CTS test tool, and if you click on that, it shows you the CTS test selector. If you're doing a point of sale, it will bring up, it's a point of sale or a server, it's vending, engineering, and or key change, or all three if you like, what optional support you have, the algorithm supported. So let's assume for the moment that we support EA11, and we're supporting electricity meters, and it's a keypad. Then if you say generate the report, what it'll do on the right hand panel, it'll show you that the relevant documents you need are STS 531-1-04, edition 1.9.4, and STS 531-1-1-04. It'll also tell you what you've chosen. It's an electricity meter, it's a vending and engineering and key change classification for your point of sale, the algorithms there, the token carrier type, and then it lists all the tests. So you can see every test that you need to do, CTSA number and the test step. Okay, so this is a nice tool for you to see what you need to do, and there's a total of 75 tests that need to be completed. So which tests are relevant for my product? Well, let's have a look again. If we go back to that exact same place again on the website, then you saw when we selected earlier, we selected the entity type and the EA and DKGA, and let's say this time we want to do electricity and water. Okay, let's generate the report. Then of course the tests that are relevant for your entity type are listed here. In this case there's a total of only 31 tests because I only selected vending as an option. If I select vending and engineering and key change, that should go up substantially, and let's have a look. Yes, it has gone up substantially, 88 tests. And of course you can download this as an Excel spreadsheet, or you can download it as a PDF as well. So how do I submit my product for certification? Once again, we need to go back to the website. The website will contain a document that looks something like this. There's a guide for submitting an STS system for certification. In that guide, it'll tell you how to look also for various options under certification. But the guide itself is available for download, and you can look, and it'll tell you exactly what you need to do to register your product for certification. Okay, so you go into the website, you log in, you put your password in, you download a copy of the specifications. You can select the test center you want to use to do your certification. You can request a quotation for the certification, and they will send you the relevant documentations, etc., etc. And you can download the relevant certification documents as well. Right, things to remember. When you're going to do certification, please make sure you've set up your meters correctly and you've labeled your test samples correctly. It is quite frustrating to receive samples that are completely unnumbered, unlabeled, and you don't know which meter has been set up to which entity type. Submit the completed annexures at the end of the test documents, as well as a user manual. And the annexures, I'll show you what they look like now. At the end of each of the test documents, you have compliance verification requests where you put all your details, the manufacturer, the product name, the firmware version, the contact name and number, etc., etc., etc. And it'll ask you a few questions. Is your meter a utility meter, for a unit meter, or a currency meter? If it's a unit meter, you fill in one of these, and if it's a currency meter, you fill in one of those. Which TCT, is it 01 or 02, which EA, 07 or 11, etc., etc. Then there's additional information you need to fill in as well. several questions you need to answer so that we know when we're testing the product, is it supposed to support these or not? And when you enter a token of all different types, what is the answer you're going to get on the screen? Okay, so make sure you fill in all of these documents and then send them in to the test house before you submit your products. You may include an option to reset the samples to any of the required initial states by using a shortcode. If you do this, then you only need really to send one sample and then just tell us what the shortcodes are, and then that one sample can revert to any of the entity types. We would suggest you send 2 samples anyway, just in case one gets damaged during transit. The tested samples must be collected by yourself, otherwise they will be destroyed after 2 weeks if they're not collected. Payment of the testing must be made before the testing can start. Please remember that. Certificates will be issued by the STS Association if the tests pass, and vending systems, the tests for those can be done remotely. You don't need to send us a vending system. As far as self-certification goes, you may self-certify a vending product if the changes do not affect STS functionality. All self-certified product must, however, be recertified within 1 year of the self-certification. You may not self-certify a meter at any time. Only STSA members may certify products. Rebadged products must be recertified. You may not certify your product on behalf of a non-member. You may not transfer certification to another manufacturer. One firmware or software change is allowed during certification. So in other words, if you send your product, we're busy testing a point of sale, for example, and we find an issue during testing, we will allow you to make the change and then we'll retest without having to pay another test fee. Similarly for a meter, except for a meter a little bit more difficult unless you can do remote upgrades because you need to send us more samples. We have been certifying products since 2012. Testing covers all utility types. The testing turnaround time, it's approximately 2 weeks from sample receipt. This could vary a little depending on how many products we're currently busy testing. And the relevant documents are listed below. First of all, there's the STS 531 series, which I explained. There's the annexures at the end of these documents which you need to fill in. STS 1800-2 is a document that you can look at that shows you membership and certification processes. And then there's a process document which you can get off the website, or you can email me or the STSA and ask for how do I submit my product for certification, and you will probably receive this document. This brings us to the end of this part of the video series. I hope you found this video helpful and hope you will join us for the rest of the series. Goodbye and see you again soon.